Yo, what's up people? In this video, I am going to tell you how to cure your depression. That's right, me, not a doctor, not a psychiatrist, not a psychologist, not a therapist. However, I'm gonna tell you how to cure your depression. That's it, get ready for it. But look, I'll tell you right now that even though I'm about to drop this bomb on you, like, you're not gonna do anything about it anyway. Like, you're still gonna be depressed because you actually like being depressed and you wanna be depressed, okay? So, sorry, but really not sorry because, like, it is what it is, okay? So before we get into that, please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Try to put out videos every day about non-mainstream health, fitness, fasting, mental health lately, social issues sometimes, I feel like it. Go support me on Patreon. I currently have $0 in support over there. The first person to contribute to the whole Patreon stuff over there gets to tell me to make a video about whatever they want, anything, any topic, I will cover it. Cool? Yeah, also go watch my digital marketing channel, links in the description. I'm going to be doing a 30-day coaching program where I will teach you how to make your own information product in the form of a video course. It's 30 days of like live coaching from me and like all these other people. I'm throwing in a bunch of extras, a bunch of bonuses as well. It's $100, so if you want to do that, you want to get some help from me on doing that, you want us to all like do it together, then it's $100 and go over there and watch the videos. If you want to like follow along on your own without my help, then just go watch the videos. Cool? All right, what's this video about? Curing depression. Okay, so now again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist. However, like, you know, and I'm not saying this like to get pity, and like I really hope like in the future this doesn't come back to bite me and people like will soundbite this and say like, oh, he struggled with depression. Like, I hate that phrase so much. That's such a little bitch phrase that people talk about to like elicit pity from other people. All right, now, okay, before we get into this, I'm not like saying depression is not real and it's like not a physical thing and like it's just some fake thing that doesn't exist. Like, I'm not saying that. I know it's real. I felt depression. Everybody's felt depression. However, I believe that the cure is surprisingly simple and easy. And we're going to talk about that right now. Okay. So like, again, and I'll tell you a little secret. All right. So let's talk about me. I wake up every day and I feel like a little depressed, right? Every single day I wake up and I'm just like, immediately upon my eyes opening, I feel like just that like impending dread, you know? And again, I'm not saying this to like get pity or anything like that. I don't want pity. I don't want people to say like, oh, there, your depression is okay. Like, fuck you. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, that doesn't help anybody. Like, stop making such a big deal about it. It's not a fucking big deal. Seriously, like, okay, now why do I say this? Because maybe I've just found that like the cure for that like little bitchiness, I guess, is very simple, which is to do some work. Like, go get some work done. So let me just explain a little bit, right? So I wake up in the morning and I've just got this feeling of dread, right? I just feel like I'm behind. Like, you know, when you were in school and you wake up or you've got like, you know, some assignment due, you've got it like in the back of your mind and like, you know, it's due and you keep procrastinating. And then like the night that you have to do it, you're like, shit, I actually got to do it. And then you finally start working on it. What happens when you start working on it? That feeling goes away, right? But up until that actually like happens, you feel awful, right? Now, I believe that it's very similar to like depression, right? Whenever I wake up in the morning and I've got this like feeling about like, shit, like this isn't right and that isn't right, as soon as I start working on whatever it is, I just feel better immediately. And like the more I work on it, the more time that I spend working on whatever this issue is, the better I feel about it at the end of the day. And by the end of the day, I don't even like remember that I had a problem anymore, right? And then I wake up in the morning and the whole process repeats itself. But if nothing else, that like encourages me to just keep working even more, right? Like, I'll give you an example. Basically, my schedule is kind of like this, right? Like, I wake up in the morning. Lately, I've been waking up at like 6 a.m., not like by choice, just because like I'm living in places where like the light shines in my face at like 6 a.m. and I'm just up, right? So I'll get up, I'll get some coffee, I'll take my computer to like whatever cafe I'm at that time, and I'll open it up and I'll like start working, right? Now, like, as soon as I open my email and as soon as like I look at like all of this stuff that's work related, I start getting stressed out and I start just like feeling awful, and like the awful feeling just gets jacked up even more. Okay, and I just start feeling really bad. And then I do one of two things, right? I'll either go work out, right? Lately I've been working out in the afternoon, but sometimes I work out twice a day. I'll go work out or I'll go for a run, and immediately that like takes me down like 5 notches at least, right? So like, number one, like, are you depressed? All right, if you're depressed and you're not exercising, like, well, I don't know, like, you don't have a right to be depressed. Like, if you're depressed and you don't have a gym membership, Planet Fitness is $10 a month. You literally have no excuse, right? Like, nobody should be depressed ever. Like, you pay your $10 to Planet Fitness, you put on your shoes, you drive over there, you enter the building, you sit down on the weight machine, you grab the little handles, and you start lifting them or pushing them or pulling them or whatever, right? Like, working out and being fit is literally the easiest thing you will ever do in your life, because it requires absolutely no intelligence to do. It just requires nothing. You don't need anybody else to do it. Like, you literally need a building with machines and $10 a month, just 30 cents a day. Like, come on. You have no excuse, right? So that's number one. And honestly, like, for most of you, if you're depressed, that's gonna like fix like 90% of your problems, right? Like, anybody who tells me they're depressed and I can see that they haven't touched a weight or seen the inside of a gym in years, how can you take those people seriously? Like, how? You know, like, you just can't. Like, no offense, but like, you get in your car, you drive to the fucking supermarket, right? You get in your car and you fucking drive around the block. You know, you go like, you drive in your car and you exit your car and you enter a building, right? So enter the fucking gym. Like, what? I don't understand, right? So that's number one, go to the gym. Easy. Reason number two, fast, you know? Like, one of the reasons why I like fasting so much is that the feeling of accomplishment that you get after an entire day of fasting, there's very little to compare with that, okay? Now, I'm not talking about 24 hours. Like, 24 hours is not fasting. Like, sorry for you like beginners out there doing OMAD. That's not fasting, right? Like, eating a meal at night and not eating again till the next night, that's not fasting. That's eating one meal a day. Okay, fasting is going at least, I would say 48 hours, right? Let's say you eat tonight, right? Tomorrow you eat nothing, zero. And then the next day you eat again at night, all right? We'll call that 48 hours. That's an accomplishment, okay? That's something that literally anybody can do. It's like working out. Like, it's not hard to like go inside a building and sit down on a machine and go like this or like this. That's not hard to do. But why don't people do it, right? Despite the benefit, I don't know. But anyway, the feeling that you get after having fasted is just like, you just feel so good. You just feel so in control of yourself. And I feel like that's one of the reasons, like, that's essentially what depression is being mad at yourself for not having control, right? Being mad at yourself for not having control, and being mad at yourself for not trying to fix whatever problem that you have, right? Like, are you really depressed because you're fat, for example? Or are you depressed because you know what you need to do to not be fat, but you're not doing it for whatever reason? You're scared, you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, you're like, don't know what to do, you don't want to ask for help, whatever the reason is. Like, you know what you need to do. And we're just using health and fitness as an example, but you could take this with money, like anything. Okay, so we've got exercise, fasting, and then obviously eating healthy food. My personal opinion is that like the best, most balanced mental health that I've experienced in the recent past has been from eating raw meat and raw liver, right? Like, when I was in Nha Trang a week or two ago, or yesterday, I came to Ho Chi Minh again today, but when I was there for the past week or two, I ate raw meat maybe 10 out of 14 nights, right? And I just felt so like balanced, so like satiated, so just like at peace and at peace with like not needing anything. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, like, and okay, like, I guess it's weird for me to stand here and say like, oh, eat raw meat to cure your depression. But yeah, like, eat raw meat to cure your depression. You know, a lot of our mental problems are physical, right? And we make such a divide between the mental and the physical that I feel like a lot of people, they don't believe that to be true. right? They think that physical is like what the doctor says, proven by science, and mental is just this like mysterious thing that like some people are like this and some people are like that, and it's indeterminable and everybody's different. But like, and maybe that's true, but if you approach this problem with a certain set of beliefs, if you approach this problem with a hammer, then the problem is going to look like a nail. Okay, maybe you need the problem to look like a nail. All right, that whole saying about like if all you have is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. Well, guess what? Maybe some problems should be a fucking nail, you know, and you should get out your hammer and smash that shit. Just saying. Okay, now the final thing that I'm going to talk about for curing your depression. In the beginning, I said do some work, right? And what I really mean is like take steps towards fixing whatever is causing this depression in your life, right? Like again, to use the physical health example, if your physical health is not where you want it to be, you're overweight, you're sick, you've got some illness, take steps towards doing something about it, right? And I'm not saying like spin your wheels and procrastinate. Like, it's very simple. Like I feel like every single video I'm just telling people to like join a gym and eat healthy, but fuck man, like that's all you need to do. Like I don't know how I'm going to keep making videos about fitness, because that's literally all you need to say. That's all you need to do to be healthy. Go to the gym, eat healthy, and fast. Done. That's it. New channel. But let's say we're talking about like something related with money, okay? Like, okay, let's talk about myself again really quick and then we'll end the video. I said that I wake up every day and I'm like anxious, right? So I really want to like, you know, and whatever, maybe you care, maybe you don't care, but like I really want to like build my online presence and like be known as like somebody who like should be listened to when it comes to like health and fitness advice and like online marketing, stuff like that. And it makes me like kind of nervous and feel bad that I don't have that yet, right? So every day when I wake up, I make sure to like shoot a couple videos, at least. Like I bank videos for the fitness channel, and I also bank videos for my digital marketing channel. And when I don't do those things, I feel bad, right? When I don't do those habits, right? The like anxiety and like the depression stay. But as soon as like I crank out a couple videos and I'm in front of the camera and I'm talking and I'm like, you know, I start to loosen up a little bit, like that feeling goes away, you know? And I think it's very easy to fix whatever problem you have, as long as you just like sit down, you open your computer and you get to working on it. Like don't go on YouTube, don't open Netflix, like don't organize your fucking desk, like do what you actually know that you need to do. And if you're not, then stop trying to convince people that you're like trying so hard to fix your problem, because you're really not. Like honestly, like I don't have any patience for people anymore who talk about their problems, because like you're choosing to have that problem. And I know it sounds bad when I say that, and I know that I do that too, but at least I'm conscious of that. And now anytime where I find myself talking about a problem that I have, I can at least check myself and think, okay, am I doing something about this? And if I'm doing something about it, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the thing that's going to get me to where I want to get as fast as possible, right? Sometimes the answer is no. Like honestly, most of the time the answer is no, and so I have to change, you know? But if you're not asking yourself those questions, then you're not going to get there anyway, right? You're just going to stay in the same situation that you're in. You're going to be depressed. You're never going to leave your room or your apartment. And you're just going to stay like with the same result that you have. And that's a shame, because, you know, I really believe that everybody has something unique to offer the world, some key insight, some learning, just something good. You know, you have it also. And by staying stagnant and not offering that to the world, you're doing yourself a disservice by taking away from yourself and the people that you care about who you could help. But really, you're like doing a disservice to the people close to you in your life and the people who you could solve their problem. Like imagine, and this is getting a little bit off topic, and I promise this is my last thought and then video's done. But like, what I think about sometimes is how somewhere out there right now, there is some person who's never heard of me, doesn't know me from Adam, wouldn't know me if they ran me over with their car, and that person, I'm going to change that person's life in a very meaningful and drastic way. And they have no idea who I am right now. No idea, zero idea whatsoever. But they're out there and our paths will cross eventually, and they'll see some of my content or they'll meet me in person. And I'm going to have an extremely positive effect on that person's life because of the message that I am putting out into the world. Right now, I'm not special. I don't like you know, I don't know really too much that you can't figure out on the internet, right? Everyone's got their unique experience, but like, I'm not like some like whatever super special awesome person. I mean, I think I am, but like in the grand scheme of things, like, am I really? No, not really. But I believe that, and I wake up every day, and that guides what I do on a daily basis. And if you don't have something like that, and it doesn't need to be the most important thing in the world, right? It can literally be just helping, like, just imagine that there's some person out there whose life you're going to change, who's in worse shape than you, by whatever message you're putting out there, but by whatever it is that you want to do in your life that you're not doing right now. Okay, now I know that there's a little bit of crossover there between health and like maybe your professional life, so got a little bit off topic in this video, but I think I'm happy with it, I'm cool with it. Okay, so if you like that video, please subscribe to my channel. Trying to get to 1,000 subs. Go support me on Patreon if you're into that kind of thing. First person to support me gets to tell me what kind of video they want me to make, what they want me to talk about, whatever. And go check out my digital marketing channel. I'm doing 30 days of shit. Jesus Christ. That was fun. Yeah, so go check out my digital marketing channel. I'm doing 30 days of private coaching where I teach you how to make an information product. And yeah, that's it. Peace.